To the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to cover important issues no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. This is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper, Mr. Molly Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. So I want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Mike Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, October 9th, 2024. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, it's the medical report with Dr. Andre Perdue. Our topic is going to be natural remedies versus prescription medication. Let's get the facts.
Yep. Also, Harris versus Trump and the road to 270. Plus, the Tulsa mayoral race is heating up and the mudslinging has begun.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are Hurricanes Helene and Milton updates. Oklahoma State Superintendent Ryan Walters proposes a Bible for purchase. And from football helmet to queen crown, find out what happened at Tulsa McLean's homecoming, birthdays, and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
Edurec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At Edurec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
Feedback In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. On KBOB 89.9 FM, Comcast, and the news you can use through the network, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great business programs and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, and 36th Street North Center. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am so happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's happening?
Nothing much.
How you feeling today? It's hump day.
You know what? I am pretty good. The weather is A-okay, so I'm good.
Man, it was kind of weird right now.
It is.
So, because I think it's a jacket by day.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a tank top by day.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's a jacket and a turtleneck and a beanie by night.
I don't know if you need all of that.
Man, I'm thinking it be getting down into the 50s.
Yeah, it is.
You know, to me, it's how weather is like in Houston. Yeah. You've been in Houston a couple times this day, and it seemed like it'd be real hot during the day, but it seemed like no matter what time of year it is. In Houston, at nighttime, it always gets cool.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know, but it's fall.
Right. It's fall. You know, that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. I'm enjoying it, though. It hasn't been a lot of rain and none of that kind of stuff, so it's just been...
Wash your car one good time and it goes like a couple weeks. You ain't got to wash it no more. I'm loving it. Hey,
I love that too. Hey, what's going on out there, Tulsa, man? I'm telling y'all, we got an exciting day today. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. You want to start clicking share. We got 1 million secret listeners, Damali. I don't know why they here. I don't know what they up to, but I think some of them even outside today. So we're going to get DJ JB Smooth, our producer, to put a speaker outside, take them some snacks. Maybe put some on the grill, some burgers and some hot dogs or something, give them some Lay's chips.
That's doing too much.
That's doing a little bit too much.
That's doing too much. If they don't want to be seen, we don't need to see them.
Seen and not heard. They listening in. That's what we appreciate most. Right. Man, we got a loaded show today. I'm extremely excited about it, Damali, because health is wealth.
Absolutely.
We talk about that all the time, and every now and then it's good to have a conversation about what you're doing, knowing your numbers, if you got to take medication, if you don't, and all of that stuff. So I'm excited about today. Yeah. Man, what you do this weekend?
This weekend, this weekend was the infamous 30, 40, 60 celebration for Bishop Melvin and First Lady Joyce Cooper. We had a blast. Man. That's probably why I almost forgot, because it was just like, it just seems like that was.
It's funny. I can tell like you were just sitting there thinking, and all of a sudden your eyes lit up. I said, did the light bulb come on?
The light bulb just came on. I'm like, what was it? What did I do?
You know what? I'm gonna give somebody the king crown for the weekend. You want me to tell you who I'm gonna crown the king of the weekend? That? I got to do it. I don't normally do this. I got to give it to DJ JB Smooth this time.
Yeah, he pulled it off.
The crown of the king this weekend. I don't know what your friends and family was doing, but let me tell you something, man. When I seen all them celebrities, I call everybody celebrity.
Yeah,
I go hit the stage. DJ JB Smooth was on.
Yeah, he did that.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, that was nice.
I'm just a spoke in the wheel, man. I'm just a spoke in the wheel.
If you guys have not seen the videos and pictures from the 30, 40, 60, you need to go check them out. You can go to the World One for Christ Facebook page. That's where all of them are located. I think some of them are on my personal page, some are on Charles's personal page, but all of them are on the World One for Christ page. And you can go and just see what you missed. I'm telling y'all, the next 5 years, you don't want to miss it.
And if you don't know what we're talking about Bishop Melvin Cooper's 30, 40, 60 anniversary, something he does every 5 years.
Yes.
And man, I'm telling you, he had a grand slam this time. It was packed out wall to wall. The food was
I'm gonna
great.
tell you, one of my favorite things was actually being able to see some of the people that we haven't seen in a while, like Miss Ernestine Broom.
Man, I know.
She's
Wasn't
one of
that
our
good?
loyal listeners,
Right.
but she's just always supported us in everything that we do. So it was good seeing her out because she had been a little bit sick. So to see her out and about and dressed to kill, I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
DJ JB Smooth, I'm putting a challenge out to Tulsa. I'm just going to keep it in North Tulsa, though, because I don't want the other side of towns to get mad.
Right.
The best dressed churches. Who dresses the best in church?
I like that.
Because let me tell you something right now. When I went to Bishop thing and I seen all the hats and
It was
dresses.
star-studded.
Man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Some I don't even know who they were.
Them hats, though.
Yeah.
Man, the hats.
Man.
Y'all on the line.
Where do y'all get these hats from?
I'm going to come to the line.
I'm a hat
I
wearer,
promise.
so I don't know.
Man, the hat, the dresses, the hairdos, the shoes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now, I'm a dress and shoes kind of person, but
Yeah.
it made me
Not
think
the hat.
about, what I'm going to tell you what it made me think about?
What's that?
Black Wall Street.
yeah, yeah.
The excellence,
Oh, yeah.
the level of excellence, and how they would roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
You know, in this case,
Yeah.
maybe the green carpet.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the people that flew in from everywhere. JB, it was people that came in from different states, too.
Someone told me it was going to be special when I found out he was celebrating 30 years of ministry, 40 years of being married, and 60 years living, all on the same day. Now, he synchronized this very well.
He did a good job.
He synchronized these dates, and he planned this. We got to think he planned this 30-something plus years ago.
Man, it is something.
You know, to get married on your birthday and start preaching on your birthday, that's
big
a
stuff.
huge thing.
Let's do this, because they had a lot of great performances. And we'll say who all performed, but I'm going to put y'all on the spot. Damali, favorite performance on Saturday night?
So my favorite performance on Saturday night had to be when Crystal Rucker and Montre Tisdale and the Corral. So it was Crystal's set. But then all of a sudden the spirit kind of started moving, and the Corral came back on the stage, and which were called back on the stage by our friend Robert Hawkins.
Right.
So he had a good eye.
Shout out to the host.
Yeah, so he had a good eye, and he was like, "Hey, come on back on the stage." And they tore the stage up.
So
Just
you're
tore
going
it
with the
up.
collaboration.
Yes, the
So
collaboration.
the collaboration between Crystal Rucker
Yes.
and Montre Tears and this crew,
Yes.
because them suckers can sing.
Woo.
Let me tell you that. JB Smooth, man, you was back there the producer, so you got a whole different eye and the ear for what was going on. What was your top performance?
Man, I'm going to have to go with definitely the same thing Molly said. Crystal Rucker's performance, it was just so up there. I mean, the energy was brought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
there.
not a game.
The microphone is still hot.
She had brought tracks, and the crazy part was, well, at first she was like, well, I'm not going to perform with the band unless they know my songs, know, which is any artist, a national artist. That's what they say. That's what they do. And she ended up scrapping all her tracks and performed with the band and then the choir. That was just crazy.
Well, you know what? And this is the thing. That's the beauty about if you are in church and you from the old days.
There you go.
All you got to do is come up with an old song, baby. The musicians typically know
I
it.
think you're right. I don't think the new school can do that.
Yeah.
They can't just collaborate like that.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
It is an old spirit moving through those particular artists that were there.
Yes.
Definitely Montre and them. They bring the
They
house
be
down.
going crazy. I give a shout out to the other stuff. So man, shout out to the host, man.
Yes.
Robert
Hawkins, man, and he was dropping his single on BET, his video the next day, and we jumped on NYCU.FM like afterwards and went nuts for about an hour.
Yeah.
So that was kind of crazy.
His new video Away premiered Monday on BET Gospel, BET Network. So that was major for him.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of great things going on in his life right now.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else that's leveling up that hit the stage first. Is old O'Malley B.
O'Malley B.
He done got cold. He been cold with the horn.
Yeah.
But he in his bag right now, Jason Smooth.
He brought it at church on Sunday
And
too.
Sunday at church.
Yes.
So
Killed
shout out
it.
to O'Malley B.
O'Malley
man. Look,
B.
we can announce you as the top performance on the stage, but let me tell you something, brother. You kicked it off, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Then behind him was Tony Mason.
Tony Mason is always a great show.
Tony Mason don't miss.
Nope.
Tony Mason performed Song for You, Donnie Hathaway Song for You, and he performed Major's This Is Why I Love You.
Yeah.
Two very hard songs to
Difficult.
nail, and he nailed both of them.
And hit the high note.
Hit all the high
And
notes.
hit all of the, because you know
Yeah.
sometimes people do somebody's song, but they got to skip out on that high note.
Exactly.
They let the choir, they
Hit it.
let the people sing. He didn't do that. So shout out to
Hit it.
him, especially with him right now being the lead singer with the Daz Band.
Yes.
Just the fact he was willing to come off the road to participate, I think was big.
Absolutely.
And Montreal Tisdale and his team, man, I'm telling you, man. When I see them perform, I always think about E.T. I think about the big stuff I see on TV. That's every time I see them. That's what I think about. His energy, man, and his choir, and the way they sing and perform, JB, is second to none.
Such
You
a
know,
professional
I
artist.
think this
Super.
weekend was just a testament to the work that Bishop and First Lady have put out there.
Right.
Right. And so it comes back, so when
comes
it's
back.
time to celebrate them, after all that they've done. So, people they'll drop what they're doing to show up, to show up for them. So, kudos, hats off to everybody who participated.
Right.
Whether you were doing decorations, you were
We got to
cooking
shout out
food.
Letha. We can't just go by that quick, man.
Yeah.
The space looked immaculate.
Yeah, the space
Man, the
was.
backdrop with the balloons and the chandeliers, and I'm like,
So
what
she had a
is
team.
this?
Tanisha did the balloons.
The balloons.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, that's why I say let's just do a blanket
Teamwork.
because you won't be able to get everybody that participated. But, shout out to everybody that participated.
I like
I
that.
said,
I
the
like
food was amazing. Everybody that participated were Black-owned businesses. So we want to make sure that we give kudos to all of those Black-owned businesses because a lot of times in community, people don't realize that there are so many people doing great things that have great businesses that operate of excellence.
I agree with that.
And every last one of these businesses did their thing.
So
So shout
go.
out to all of you.
I'm such a sucker for a good brisket, man. Lavish touch.
Oh,
my
That
God.
brisket was amazing.
I done fell asleep
The
on the radio
olive
thinking about
was
that.
amazing.
No. And the real mashed potatoes. man.
Oh my God.
Do you know how you feel when you don't often
Yes.
spot real mashed
Somebody
potatoes?
peeling the potatoes.
Nowadays, I mean, you
and-
seeing it whipped, you're like, man,
you know,
that's
you know they was
Yeah.
real.
You know they was
Man.
real
It's a
to me.
totally different taste.
Totally different taste. Yep.
What she
That's
tell
gotta
me
get
when
it.
I took a picture with her, she said, "Were you lavishly touched?" I'm like, I got touched 10 times. I'm still touched by that peach cobbler too. I got at the end. I'm still looking for another.
Yes.
Okay, y'all, we got to move on. But that's what we was doing. It was only one downside to it.
What was that?
Me and DJ JB Smooth did not make it to the Tulsa Fair.
Uh-huh.
I
We
didn't
tried
go
to. Me
either.
and JB
I
was gonna
missed
make a run.
it.
Did y'all make it to the fair? If
We
you
was
did,
gonna
let
make
us
a
know
beeline.
about
Man,
it.
I missed the fair. No turkey leg, no funnel cake, no lemon. We
Ugh.
talked about this last week. We
We
was all
talked all
geeked up
we was
about
hyped
it.
up. We've named our favorite stuff. No lemonade,
No
no
lemonade.
chicken on the stick, no turkey leg.
Nothing.
And man,
And now the fair gone.
and I rode by the area where the fair was afterwards, and it was loaded
Right.
Saturday.
Yeah.
When I say
My
loaded,
kids went. My baby girl
yeah.
took the grandbabies, but I didn't get to go. But
I'm happy that the fair went by and it was like no crazy stuff. Tulsa.
Yeah,
Shout out to
they
the
did good.
community,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's good, man. People they able to go have a good time with their family.
or there were no crazy things that you heard about.
That we
They
heard about.
contained it, So yeah, shout out to Tulsa County Sheriff's Office for doing your job, and making sure that things were cool.
Let me do
you
a
know?
quick. Want to do some quick shout outs
Yeah,
today?
yeah,
Go
yeah.
get to the Black History
let's
Trivia
do
question.
it. Let's
All right,
do it.
shout out real quick to the secret listeners. They done set up
we
shop.
see y'all.
Teresa Elliott. What's
Hey,
going on,
sister.
sister? She in the building. Mom is here.
Hey, mommy.
Mom was clean too. She even came in the studio with us and she was
My
dancing.
mama don't
out
play.
too.
She
Mom
don't
was
play.
turned up all the way. Love you, Mom. Hey, shout out to Mr. AJ Johnson, Mr.
Hey,
Energizer
AJ.
down there in the J-Bone Lounge. He said, hi, family. Patricia Griffin.
Hey, sis.
Love her. Our sister. And Lonzel King
Hey,
said,
Lonzel.
hello, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. Welcome back, my brother. Chantel Taylor, welcome to
Hey,
the
sis,
show.
what's happening?
Ernestine Broom, we just talked about you.
Hey,
We finally
Miss
got
Broom.
all of our hugs and kisses
Yes.
from Miss Broom, and she was looking amazing as
Absolutely.
well. Michael Brewer,
Hey,
how
Michael.
about them Cowboys?
Uh-oh.
Did they win? Did the Eagles win?
I
I don't
don't know.
even know if they've even
Michael,
played.
Michael
they might
tell
have
us, did your
canceled
team
them.
win? We don't
I don't
know.
even. Uncle Brian is in the building.
Hey, Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian, I took the tank top off. I got on a regular shirt today, so give your boy a pass. Glad to see you doing well. We got to jump
we will
into the
give
show.
a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 5-0.
Well, if we
What?
gonna
On
do
a
that,
roll.
if we doing that, we got to give a shout out to the Minnesota Vikings because they
I-
5-0.
I didn't see that.
The Minnesota Vikings
What?
5-0 team.
Okay.
Oh, KJ from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Every time
Oh,
I see
yeah.
him,
Turned up.
Like, what kind of sound is that dog be making Minnesota? People losing because of that
What's
sound.
up, KJ? Right.
But I think those are the only two undefeated.
Oh, the Eagles was on a bye week.
Bye week?
Yeah,
Okay.
bye, Eagles.
Bye. They was on a bye week.
Good one, JB. That was good.
I didn't say it, Michael, because we family.
That was JB.
Now, JB
Mike,
said
you
it's
know
a
we love
bye
you,
week.
bro. We know you love we love you, bro.
All right, y'all. Get y'all thinking caps on. We're going to jump into this.
Well, before we do that, before we get started, we want to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of gospel singer Sissy Houston.
Yeah,
that is the mother of the late, great Whitney Houston.
Right.
She passed away on October the 7th at the age of 91 from Alzheimer's.
Wow.
So, prayers for that family, for the Houston family. That is a tragedy to lose your matriarch.
Absolutely.
We also want to send out prayers to all of the individuals who have lost loved ones as a result of these hurricanes. Man, these hurricanes are going nuts. Hurricane Helene in Florida and those who are bracing for Hurricane Milton to hit landfall. Our prayers are with you that you either leave the hurricane's path, or, but if you can't leave, that you can make it through it. So, prayers for you guys.
You know what? I think some of these hurricanes, you can't make it through it. I think we got to do a better job, JB,
Getting
as a
people
side.
out.
We got to get people out and get people somewhere.
Well, people have to start taking heed to the warnings because, it takes some time to get millions. And we're talking about states like Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia,
right along that path.
Tennessee didn't know they were going to have to evacuate with Helena.
Yeah,
it was ugly, and now it's about to be ugly again too.
Yeah.
Man,
So we'll talk about
brought up
that
a point because you said we will, but when you said millions, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then out of the million, you got a few people like I ain't going nowhere, partner.
Yeah.
So then you're gonna.
You got people running out of gas, can't get fuel, just trying to get down the highway. It's a lot.
So prayers, that's for sure.
And shout out to all the truck drivers too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Some of those guys out there stuck on the highway.
Sure. You know what? And also all of the first responders.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of first responders that are out there. There were people gearing up, leaving from Oklahoma, Tulsa, to go and to help, and be on boots on the ground, to help those people there in Florida. So, we just want to send out prayers to all of those individuals because it's a lot. And, we don't want anyone to lose their lives, and we're commending everyone for, stepping into harm's way to help other people. That's what it's all about.
So prayers for them. So let's jump into this Black History Trivia question. And don't be Googling, get your thinking cap on, because I know Damali done lined up something.
All right. So Black History Trivia question. Who was the first African-American board-certified surgeon in North Carolina? Was it A, Dr. Charles DeWitt Watts? Was it B, Dr. George Cleveland Hall? Was it C, Dr. Charles Richard Drew? Or was it D, Dr. Ben Carson?
Definitely wasn't no Ben Carson. Ben Carson? No, I'm just saying, I ain't even going to do I'm just going to. It's too many Charleses in here for me not to go with one. That's number one because it just sounds good when I hear it. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm letting you know right now, it better be a Charles, because I sure don't know the answer. You know what I mean? Because I ain't did no deep dive in the first African-American board-certified surgeon. So I'm going to go with, I'm going with Dr. Charles Richards Drew for two reasons. It's C, and if you don't know the answer on the ACT, kids out there, go with C. And then it's my name. And I will go down with my name, JB Smooth. Who you got?
So Michael Brewer says A.
And
Uncle Brian says, and AJ says A.
Uncle Brian says C.
He rolling with you. Uncle Brian.
I'm feeling better because Uncle Brian got that wisdom. Faith Wisdom, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And Jaquita Cade, welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm going to go with Dr. George Cleveland Hall.
George Cleveland Hall would be B. Okay, so that's JB because it's a B there.
Yeah.
Is that why you went with him?
I'm going to go. It just sounds like he's the one.
Okay. All right.
I don't know the answer to this, so I'm totally guessing.
All right. Anybody else? Well, we'll come back to the question a little bit later in the show. Daniel Hale Williams. What number is he? What letter is he? Daniel.
That's what
Oh, no. She's saying, good afternoon. Enjoying listening to Daniel Hale Williams.
We're going to go like that. Anyway, let's do this, DJ JB Smooth. We want to take a break. We're going to give people one commercial to get their answer in.
Yeah.
We're going to come right back and we're going to jump in.
Shall I read the question one more time?
Read it one more time and then we'll go on break.
All right. So here's the Black History Trivia question one more time. Who was the first African-American board-certified surgeon in North Carolina? Was it A, Dr. Charles DeWitt Watts? Was it B, Dr. George Cleveland Hall? Was it C, Dr. Charles Richard Drew? Or D, Dr. Ben Carson?
Just like that, y'all. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, it's going to be the medical report. You're right here on KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development. News you can use. Charles and Damali and DJ JB Smooth.
All righty. We'll be back.
And KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here. In Tulsa, I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. And so, Jaquita, I got you. I got your answer. Okay, so we got you straight down. All right. So today is the medical report. You know, it happens every second Wednesday of the month. We have Dr. Andre Ferdue in studio talking about things that just, health issues that apply to us,
Absolutely. So if our producer is ready, we're going to go ahead and drop the drop.
Yeah.
Chilling on the corner in my 6th fault. Hypertension and stress. I don't need no more. 1, 2, 3 into the fault. The doctor's at the door, ready to make an entrance.
The doctor's in.
Doctor, please help us save the world. Oh, yeah. It's time for the medical report with Dr. Andre Ferdue. Right here, right now, with Charles and Damali on World One Development's News You Can Use. What's up, Doc?
Oh, I love the drops on our show.
You thought Charles was coming with the white coat
I
today.
totally love the drops on our show.
I got it on. It's just a little invisible to the eye and it's invisible to the touch. I got it on. So unfortunately, I was on my way over today,
Yes.
and the doctor sent me a text message, and he thought he was going to be able to wrap up his procedure on time. But I told him, brother, take your time
Right.
when you opening up somebody's cranium.
Mhm.
So I got my white coat on. You can't quite see it.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a good time because we got some information, and he's going to try to come either next week or we have to do it next month. But the thing about it, his drop so cold. I'm like, no, we going to play that.
Okay.
Because it takes me that to get into the mood, Damali.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm feeling
exactly.
doctorate. Are you feeling doctorate?
I
You done
am,
rolled
yeah.
up your sleeves.
Done rolled up the sleeves.
Put
Let's
your
get
glasses
it.
back on because we got to,
let's-
people
let's
glasses.
put our glasses on. Yeah, because I look smart.
Put your glasses. Dr.
We
Ford, if you're
ready?
listening in, Damali putting the glasses on. So y'all on the live, we got like, 2.6 thousand on here on the line.
Yes.
So y'all roll with us today because what we're going to be talking about is natural remedies.
Yes.
Everybody got,
Yes.
you know them natural remedies back in the day.
Yeah.
Did your great grandma have them all?
Yeah, like
you get
put
burnt, they put some snuff on
Yeah.
it. You do this.
put an
drink some
iced
rope.
potato on your foot, and I'm like, what? First of all,
Bro,
what is
that
an iced
works.
potato?
That worked.
It
though.
does work, though.
That
But
ice-
you know,
that-
iced potatoes. Like what? You mean a potato? That yeah. But anyway.
JB, give us one or two. Did you have it? Did your grandma, a great grandma, get a hold of you with something that you
Definitely put some butter on a burn.
Yeah.
You get
That
scalded or you get a burn. And you rub butter on it,
Mhm.
keeps your
Butter?
skin from blistering up.
Mhm.
Ooh, you right.
And it,
Yeah.
and it helps
You
it.
right.
I've
It
done
helps
that.
it heal, like almost like a neosporin type of
Yeah.
healing.
Well, I'm tell you something I can remember. I don't know if y'all know about. Did y'all ever get the measles when y'all was little? The measles when
I
you the
don't
mumps?
think I got-
Is it the
I got-
mumps on
I
your
got
face?
chicken
Chicken
Yellow?
pox.
pox
I
or
got chicken pox.
measles, maybe.
Yeah,
other-
my
Is
brother
that the
had
measles
mumps.
or the mumps? Y'all
Yeah.
see, don't judge my white coat. Hold on. But
don't remember.
anyway, I remember. Don't hate because it worked.
What?
I remember they put sardine juice
Uh-huh.
all on my jaw when I
Ew.
had that, and I was healed in the liver.
Really?
That's what you got. Yeah, sardine juice. I'm like, now I don't smell right.
What
Right.
age was this?
Man, I was young, man. Probably 5,
Okay.
6.
Oh,
I was
wow.
young, but the sardine juice
Sardine
came out.
juice. Ew.
I love sardines.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you something. This is my last thing, and then we're gonna get
I haven't
into
eaten
some real
sardines
stuff.
in forever.
Y'all let us know some of
Crackers.
y'all old remedies. I know y'all grandma did some, but I remember when we would catch a cold,
Mhm.
my grandpa would come out shaking up this bottle of, to me, whiskey, like peppermint was in it
Mhm.
or something.
Mhm.
He'd be shaking up this whiskey with some peppermint in it or something, shake it up, and be like, hit that. Now I don't know if that was an old school NyQuil and Dayquil put together,
What'd he say?
but I'm
What'd he
like,
say? What'd he
I ain't
say?
been healed.
What'd
I'm
he say
drunk.
to do?
Drink it.
No, what did he say? How you say it?
Huh?
How did he say it?
I don't know. What did I say?
He said, hit that.
Oh yeah.
It was the pepper. Was it the peppermint oil?
Put your peppermint, man, and put it like in whiskey, gin, Wild Irish Rose. It was just dark liquor. I know that. And the peppermint go in.
I don't know nothing about that.
That was probably the original NyQuil.
It probably was, though, because NyQuil, woo, it'll take you
shook
out.
that up, and man, Grandpa be like, hit that right there. And I hit that, and I'm like, I don't know if I ain't coughing because I'm drunk. I can't cough. I don't know how to respond when the cough comes.
Right.
But I tell you what, and then they throw you under all this cover. I know y'all know about that. They throw them comforters over you, and by morning, you done cough your way back to civilization.
AJ
Anyway.
said, soak sardine juice and garlic in a rag to tie under your chin. You pass your jaw to tie.
Yeah.
And tie it on the top of
It's
your
an
forehead.
Arkansas thing.
That's it. That's an Arkansas thing.
Bro.
You from Arkansas too,
Uh-huh.
JB, but you're
Yeah,
too young.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
JB
old
too
school
young.
throwback.
All right, let's get to some real stuff, Damali. So what we gonna do today?
Listen, Jaquita says my grandma put her chewing tobacco on my dad's hand and got the stinger out from
The
a wasp.
wasp. I
Yeah,
saw
remember
that. I saw. Yeah. JB.
Wow.
JB said you don't know about that.
Yeah, that was.
I remember that.
Yeah,
When you did y'all get the chicken pox growing up?
I got the chicken pox.
What was that pink stuff that they put?
Calamine lotion.
Calamine lotion.
You know what? They used to say this, you won't be itching. I couldn't wait to get in the bed so I could scratch. Did y'all like that? That stuff, I'm like, this ain't it. See, I'm not saying, Mama put that stuff on me. I be letting my fingernails grow. Because I still probably got marks on my legs now. As soon as I get in the bed, I go. But anyway, hey, we all been through something. So what we want to do today, man, because on a serious note, us as African-American people, a lot of times we do not be wanting to go to the hospital.
Right.
We do not be wanting to get no checkups. We just don't be wanting to go. We just don't be wanting to do it. So we're going to do today is talk a little bit about some of these natural remedies that we talked about, right? But then also sometimes you get that prescription drug, your cholesterol is high, blood pressure high, or diabetes or something. So how do you balance that out? So we're going to see what we can do tomorrow.
And this is interactive because Dr. Fardu is not here. So all of us, we can, chime in. So put your comments on the live and we'll make sure that we try to read as many of those as we can.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that I wanted to distinguish is the difference between drugs and herbal medicines.
Right.
And what we're talking about is a synthetic drug. So any medication that you're taking is a synthetic drug. It's something that was created in a laboratory somewhere. And synthetic drugs are usually created to address symptoms caused by specific diseases as understood by scientific pathology. So meaning, if you have a headache, then, there's been a lot of research into if we put this chemical with this chemical, then it's going to affect you this way.
Right.
Okay. And so that's really what drugs are really is, they are made to address a specific thing that's going on with you. Now they may handle a couple of things,
a little different.
So a little bit differently, but it's typically made for a specific disease or a specific symptom. And then herbal medicine is usually direct towards aiding the body's own healing process.
Right.
So it's less evasive, it's not getting in there, triggering other things, right? It typically is, a holistic approach, and it's typically gentler and easier on the body. When we talk about home remedies, the reason why most people believe that home remedies are better than medicines or synthetic drugs is because they are, once again, gentler on the body. They have less side effects. Now, I'll say this for me, I don't like taking medication.
That's not
No, I cannot stand it. I mean, I just don't like it. I don't want to take anything that I'm dependent upon or take something and then like 10 years from now they say, oh, they cause cancer. What? Why did you tell me this 10 years ago and I wouldn't have took it? So I just don't like taking medication.
What gets me in the ticket about me and Damali, just in case you're just not tuned in, we not doctors, because Damali done put her hair to the side. She got glasses on, and JB, he's very smart and he's Googling stuff over there. So, hey, We just having a conversation because the
Right.
doc could be here to clear some of this stuff up. But we are people
Mhm.
that do care about our health.
Yeah.
We talk about health being wealth all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about our experiences and what we do. But Damali, you said it's kind of how you're just mixing drugs and trying it.
Mhm.
To be honest, that's what scares me because that's why they call it a practice.
Mhm.
So they literally practicing. And what scares me most is we all are human, but our makeups are all slightly different.
Right.
At minimum, we all different. So whenever they trying to put something together, it's going to affect everybody differently. But the ticket is, thank God for medicine.
Oh yeah.
There is
absolutely.
a lot of people still living
Mhm.
because of the medication that their doctor prescribed for them.
Correct.
For sure. So we definitely not saying don't do that. We're just trying to balance out what you like to take and what is your preference and maybe what you should go with.
And I'll tell you the reason why I started out saying that I don't like to take medicine is because, like, if you watch some of these commercials,
Oh my God.
and they'll say, take this, and they'll have all these people all happy and floating around and flowers.
There's always a
but then-
disclaimer.
And that when that
Man.
disclaimer comes on, it
It's
could
wrong,
cause
too.
your ear to fall off. You could have high blood pressure. You could.
Like,
you know
why
what?
did you even entice
JB.
me to take this?
Right. Why would I
JB, you
take
got the
it?
best voice. Do like an example of how they do it at the end.
May cause dependency upon taking this drug. Please do not. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
I'm
but
AstraZeneca could cause you to have high blood pressure. Your
may
heart
cause
could blow
cancer.
up.
If
It
you're
may
pregnant,
cause
don't
cancer.
take this.
Yeah,
you're like,
can fall
what?
asleep. This, and not
You're
limited
like,
to.
no, I'm good.
But what this is. So I think it's what JB, the Jedi mind trick. My problem is while they saying all of this stuff,
Yeah.
then they showing you a picture of somebody flying in the airplane or
Yeah.
riding in the boat,
Just having the best time of their
being on
life.
the yacht. So now I think you're trying to fool me because show me what it really is. Don't be because I think we're designed with what we see maybe override. You
What
know what I
we
mean?
hear.
What
Yeah,
we hear.
right.
So you're not paying attention. You're thinking, I'm going to go take that because I'm going to be on the yacht. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I too was like Damali. Just never really been a fan of prescription drugs.
Mm-mm.
One, because a lot of them have narcotics and
Mhm.
they're very addictive. And I was always like that with my children too.
Yeah.
Like not
Man.
giving them, as they were raised, not giving them anything with addictive, narcotics in it.
Right.
What
Because
I-
there's other remedies available.
Absolutely. And what I'll say is a lot of times in our community, we don't even talk about stuff. We are suffering silence, things going on. One eye you can't see, leg numb. You don't say nothing. Don't do that.
Right.
At least have a conversation like we having at the table. Let people know what's going on. So this is a great time. Let's go to the live.
Mhm.
Let's hit the live. Today is a great day for the live because Dr. Ferdu not going to be here the next week. So y'all get all y'all myths and all y'all stuff out today. So Damali going to go to the live.
We're going to tell the doctor about it.
Let's read these.
Okay,
and
so
then
Uncle
unpack.
Brian says, my great-grandmother used to take white vinegar and take peppermint and put it in a jar until it dissolved. Then she would take 1 tablespoon every 8 hours for high blood pressure. And it worked for her.
Hold
and
on, read that again. Let me write that down.
It says, my great-grandmother used to take white vinegar
White
and
vinegar.
put peppermint in it and put it in a jar until it dissolved. Then she would take 1 tablespoon every 8 hours for high blood pressure. And it worked for her. And she lived to be 97.
Man, now that might not work for everybody, but them remedies, when you hear them, you be like,
Vinegar's so powerful.
I
Yes.
have heard a
it
lot
don't
about
take
vinegar.
much.
Right.
Isn't now when they say if your blood pressure's high, that apple vinegar or
Apple cider
vinegar,
Yeah,
right?
apple cider
Yeah.
vinegar.
Uncle Brian, is that just the remix of
Yeah.
what?
I think
your
the white
great-grandma
vinegar
had?
has, just
Little
less
more potent.
additives and it's really pure.
Mhm.
Let me go and give some shout outs because Howard Jones said he
Hey,
checking
hey, hey.
in. Welcome to the show. We also have a name that I can't say. Welcome to the show.
Yadav.
Yada. We're going to
Yeah.
do that. We're going to just give you
Yadav.
a brand new name.
Right.
That's what we do. So if you have something, let us know. Damali, so let's just get into our personal and how we deal with it because we go to the doctor. We get our checkups. We're not perfect. We trying to get it right.
Mhm.
So how do you balance out when you go, like personally,
Mhm.
what are some of the things the doctor has maybe told you, Damali, hey, this might be a little high, this. And so how you unpack what you do personally, take care of yourself.
Well, first of all, I have listened to what Dr. Ferdu has been telling us for years.
Yes.
That most of the ailments that we have, we can cure them ourselves by just making a few adjustments.
They're preventable,
They're preventable.
right?
And so when I go to the doctor, and because I've had these conversations and know that is a possibility, right? Then I'm always trying to find what's going to be the possibility that I don't have to take no medicine.
Right.
So I'm like, what is that? What do I need to do? So if you tell me, well, your cholesterol is a little high. Okay, what do I need to do to bring my cholesterol down naturally?
First.
Okay, don't eat this, don't eat that, exercise this. Oh, okay, cool. I got that. And so that's what I'll start to do. And believe it or not, it does work. One of the number one things that helped me with my cholesterol was the weight.
So weight loss
just weight loss was one of the things, just getting your weight down. It helps with your blood pressure, helped with my cholesterol, and some of the things that, I was facing, just being overweight. You just get some of that weight off. Now, nobody said you got to look like olive oil. Right. But at the end of the day, if when you're too heavy, and for me, I think I look good, but, as far as, I wasn't unevenly proportioned, but I think that still there was too much weight pulling on my heart, pulling on my organs and all of that. So, when I lost the 32 pounds, it's made a world of difference.
A lot of stuff kind of snapped back.
Right. I got more energy, my cholesterol, it has gone down, I won't say tremendously because that's an over exaggeration, but it has gone down to an acceptable level for my doctor.
I thought it was just you had Stella got her groove back and was trying to get a new boyfriend or something. Because you was like serious about your weight loss and your health.
I still am.
And you broke it down to where you lost weight that maybe could have been affecting your blood pressure, and now you monitor it every day.
Every day. But I think that for me, and I'll just be honest, for me, it was watching what happened to Gloria. Yeah. You guys know that we've talked about our friend. Yeah. And, she had now she's had about 11 strokes total. But just watching her go through that process of being debilitated where she can't walk, and she's blind in one eye, total left side is, doesn't work and all of that. And I was like, Lord, I don't want that to be my story. If Dr. Perdue was saying that I can do something about it, then while I got the ability to do it, I need to do it. Yeah.
I'll say to help with some of the myths, because me being an athlete and after college, I was in my mind, I was under the notion that as long as I work out, I can eat whatever I want. Right. And it's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, you got a couple muscles, 1 or 2 muscles. So since I'm training and working out, and man, give me the Big Macs, give me the quarter pounder with cheese, I can eat what I want because I'm going to work it off and burn it off. Let me tell you something. When I got 30, I was borderline everything. Swole up and all, hitting 400 pounds and all that. I went to the doctor. They was like, boy, they done put the nitric patch on me, laid me up through the gown on me. Yeah. I'm in the hospital for about 3 days. But what happened is I was like borderline Damali and JB of everything. Like borderline cholesterol, borderline high blood pressure, borderline diabetes. And I'm 30 years old and I'm borderline everything. And so I had to do the same thing. And
you're in the gym.
I'm in the gym and been in the gym. Right. And I was under the thing. So when I started feeling lightheaded, I was like, black people is, I just got to go lay down, go to sleep. That's our remedy for everything. I don't care what's, man, my foot hurting. Let me go take a nap. Yeah. So you don't want to always take a nap. You might not wake up from that nap. You be in that eternal nap.
Right.
But anyway, I did what you did. They said, well, Charles, let's first start with, because they started talking about medication. I started talking about no. Immediately I said, no, tell me what I need to do, because I'm just borderline. I'm going the other way, doc. I ain't gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna go the other way. And then they kind of gave me, and when you go to your doctor, they'll give you what you need to do. So I kind of followed that, and I dropped 25 pounds. People don't know I used to weigh 245.
Yeah.
So when I dropped 20, things got better. I dropped a little more, things got better. But still, even with that, this is the last thing I add, and I'll pass it to DJ JB Smooth, our producer, is that as you get older, and we're in the 50 club. JB not yet. He looking at the door though. He in the peephole. He in the peephole of the 50 door, but he ain't in yet. But your body is gonna naturally start being challenged with certain things regardless.
Right.
That just comes with being an age. So where I am,
it's age and family history too.
Age and family history. And I'm gonna let Doc hit more on that next week. Yeah. But I'm trying to balance out, okay, at some point, I'm probably going to have to take some. I'm going to tell you somebody that I monitor is Mr. Energizer.
Yeah.
Because, man, he takes care of himself.
He does.
So I be trying to figure out, I be watching him because he's a little bit ahead of me. I think he about 60, 65. And I just kind of watch how he moves. Yeah. And what about you, DJ JB Smooth?
Last couple of trips I've been to the doctor, I had some blood work done, normal testing, MRIs, all that good stuff, whatever the testing it may be. But I've been fortunate. I'm 46. You guys are right ahead of me.
Right.
50 club. You're not young anymore, but you're not old.
We're in the middle of the road.
Right? Yeah.
And we don't want to get hit by nothing.
But I'm right there behind you. And it seems like some things that used to be like really work well have changed how they work in my body.
Right.
With older age, like my vision, maybe not be as sharp when I'm reading something as I was when I was 25, 30 years old.
Right.
But overall, man, I have been fortunate and blessed not to have any major ailments, any problems with high blood pressure and diabetes, because it runs really strong in my family.
Mhm.
So I've been, kind of not necessarily monitoring it but my blood pressure, yes. And just been fortunate, to remain healthy.
That's genetics.
But I think I'll start seeing some problems arise, in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
let's do this, and then I hear the music, and we'll take a quick break. So, Damali, what are some of your go-tos? Like, what is like your regimen that you do? Like, if I don't take prescription, but I do these things every day. I take these vitamins or this or that. This is my go-to. What is yours?
So every day I try to, well, for one, I take an allergy pill every day. So I'm an everyday
Allergies will wear you
Zyrtec.
out.
Yeah, because my allergies be going nuts, and they just randomly happen. So we just I just do a maintenance pill every day, and that way I don't have to worry about it or think about it. But then I do take vitamin C. I do take a multivitamin every day. And I also take, what is the other one? Elderberry every day. I started on elderberry when COVID hit. I didn't know anything much about elderberry, but I started on it when COVID hit. And so I take it every day, and they're just little gummies. I just pop one in it, grab it off the kitchen counter and keep on pushing. And so just doing that, I think that has helped to build my immune system. So that, when I am around, certain things that it may not affect me like it would affect somebody else.
Feel like you'll do better. Now, my go-to one, I'll say, if you can't do this, try to get more sleep.
Yes.
The thing about me is they witnesses, when we be out late, I be counting my hours, y'all. We got to go, and I be like,
and he really does.
I be counting so one, sleep is always good. I drink a lot of water, y'all.
He does.
The doctor and everybody tell me drinking more water solves a lot of things because it's pretty much a cleanser. So I can't even say how much water I drink a day. It's way over, probably 2 gallons.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
probably.
surprised. But I
For
drink
real.
a lot of water, and it helps. It seems like that just helps my body regulate weight. Because I was heavier for a minute, but I've been 210 for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'll say that in my regimen, I do vitamin C. I do my omegas, so I take that vitamin. Of course, I definitely do the elderberry. Now that Humana, those beets, and that's for like to help you with your cholesterol.
Yeah.
That's in your stuff. So I've been doing that for about 6 months. Now this is what I started doing at 50, and I feel like it has helped. I started taking a low dose aspirin. And the reason why I started taking a low dose aspirin because of certain things that run in my family. And then when I talked to Dr. Fairdew, he said, man, the thing about a low dose is it helps your blood to flow smoothly all throughout your body.
It helps prevent clots.
So it kind of thins it out a little bit where you don't get no clot that's heading to your heart, heading to your brain. So I'm 50, so I went with that. So I do the low dose and I do those things and I try to rest, and it's working out pretty good for me right now. And I am in the 50 club. JB Smooth, before we go to break, what's your
Man, I find myself drinking more water here lately, and just keep being more conscious of, what I do put in my body, even though it's going to be some steak and some potatoes somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Some meat. I got to have some meat. But, my pork chops, I never let them go. They may be the death of me one day. I'm not sure because they are really high in sodium. And, I'm a larger guy, bigger. I'm a pretty big guy, but maintaining, I think I'm focused more now on trying to figure out how to maintain my weight and get it down. Like you guys have done a tremendous job of that, especially you, Damali. Damali set a target and she said, bam, I'm there.
She went
and it wasn't no games about that. I think you have to just have that discipline. Yeah. Now, real quick, a remedy though, I did remember the young lady who was in here with us one Wednesday.
Mallory.
And
with the drinks.
And I was not feeling well.
Yeah.
She gave you that.
And she gave me something with honey.
That concoction. And he didn't want to drink it, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, we had to force
stand honey.
Yeah.
It was honey, ginger root, and some turmeric and all of that. Yeah. And that really helped me one day. I don't know what we got to.
You got to remember that. Look, it took me, Damali, Big Rue, April, and all of. We was had to go. JB.
He was already.
Remember, he could barely swallow it, but he did. And the next day, you seen him. He was doing the centipede when he came in. He just centipede all the way down the hallway.
That was a home remedy that really worked for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this, that some of there are some cons to home remedy.
Okay.
Okay. So here are a few of them. Allergic reactions and rashes
Right.
could happen. Asthma, if you're asthmatic, some of that can trigger your asthma. You could have headaches, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. So if any of those things happen, then it could be something that you're taking.
Right.
Because everything doesn't, like we said, different things happen to different people because your body makeup is different.
Right.
So you've got to know, what you're putting in your body, and then you've got to be able to trace it. So don't do so many things that you don't know what you did.
Yeah.
Like I took this. Okay, now we don't know which one of those things. Yeah, you done one this too many.
And here's the thing before we go to break. One Uncle Brian said he's 63. Uncle Brian, you're still looking good. And Mr. Energizer, he said he is 65. Man, Energizer look good.
Yeah, he does.
And he Mr. Energizer. He ain't lying. JB, how much energy you got?
Man, look at her. Energizer. If I get up early every day and Energizer's already up, you know what I'm saying? I'll put it like that. His battery, I ain't never seen it run down.
It don't go down. And Uncle Brian also said what I think is good. Elderberry wine was something old people used to drink back in the day. And I can say that now for your heart, they be like, drink some wine every day. I don't really like wine.
Yeah, because they want you to drink the red wine. It's not sweet at all.
And if I did drink wine, I want some sweet wine.
What about some sangria or something? Maybe.
But for some of y'all, is that wine good? I mean, if I got to, somebody donate
it's the driest. They want you to drink the driest red wine that that you can find.
So somebody get what news you can use, and we gonna come to your winery. Is that right?
Yeah, winery.
And we want to try some stuff. And we get, because I think to getting a little wine, and don't you do it on the glass to see where the lines go?
Don't start. This is not a fashion show. This is about health, bro.
We gonna take a break, y'all, and we gonna come back. What we gonna do when we come back? We're just gonna switch to the Hump Day Hot Topics?
No, we're gonna come back and talk about the presidential and mayoral races.
Hey, man, our local race done got a little muddy. Of course, the other race with the presidential, it got a little muddy. So we're gonna get into that next.
Stays muddy.
Just like that. KBOB 89.9 FM World Development News. Charles and Damali. We'll be right back. Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use, Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. So we've been flexing our white coats today since Dr. Perdue is in a medical procedure and could not be here today. So we've been talking about natural remedies versus pharmaceutical drugs.
Right.
And so want to hit, we already got Uncle Brian's point about elderberry wine. Somebody else, who was the other person that had
I just want to add, as you find that DJ JB Smooth, these are good things. Audiences, I see a lot of people, they go get JB, they get like the shot that gives them like all of the vitamins and stuff they need.
Yes, that is very popular among celebrities. Right,
celebrities do, and they good for months.
And in certain cities, you can pull up to a clinic, and that's all they do is IV injections.
Oh wow!
And what they doing is reinserting the vitamins and minerals,
everything you need.
There's different packages, whatever you need to go back into your body that you feel is missing, or that you talk to them and consult with them about. Yeah, I know in Vegas that's really popular. I don't know how many other cities.
Shoot, I've been thinking about it because I got a couple partners that they do that, and when we both know them, and when you see them, their energy is all time. So anyway,
Jaquita said drinking celery juice.
I heard that
was a great way for energy.
Yes.
So she did that. She said celery juice is a natural source of sodium nitrate and magnesium. It gave me a burst of energy after I had surgery. And I was still tired and moving slow, but that celery did the job, and I got my energy.
Celery
back.
juice.
I'm gonna say this too. A spot to go if you want to get some natural remedies. Go over to My Tea Lounge with
T-Rush.
Me and Damali went over there. I was all congested, ears clogged up. She just kept giving me stuff to clear it up my cloud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went from a cloudy day to it was clear and sunny at My Tea Lounge.
Yes, and so she actually we got some sea moss from over there.
We got some sea moss.
And now, okay.
The texture.
How did that work?
First of all, she says, she said it was not that great. It tastes that good, but I normally just take a spoonful every day. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try it.
Hey, you was motivated.
What? What? Who is doing that? No.
A spoonful of sea moss a day keeps the doctor away.
It was horrible. It might keep the doctor away because
somebody.
I can't do that.
I'm going back over there because I think T-Rush might can add some to it, but for what I purchased, I just couldn't do it.
I can see how it would be good in a smoothie. If you did a smoothie,
I gotta find a way to get the right smoothie. If I put it in a smoothie, I know I'm good. But
so that 1 teaspoon, if you break it, if you throw it in a smoothie, does it still have potency?
That's what I need to find out.
So I think you would probably have to add an extra teaspoon.
Yeah.
And here's another thing too, and I'm gonna let the doc kind of expound on that when he comes. They say like smoothies, you got to be careful. Mm-hmm. People that are diabetics, because actually when you have a banana or apple or any fruit, when you blend it up, it's all the sugar is back. Mm-hmm. So you thinking you doing good, and it's got people with diabetes, blood stuff spiking. And, so you got to be careful of that. So now, if you get it in its whole, that's different. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that is
so if you get a banana and just eat it, it's perfect. But if you whip it up and blend it up, all the sugar
is coming back to you.
But I think it's because it's the other sugars that you're mixing up as well. Because when you do a smoothie, you're not just mixing bananas alone. You're usually doing like pineapples or apple juice or,
No,
like
it's
apples.
Just blend. You can blend all bananas. It's something about when you whip it that it changes it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting because I love a good smoothie.
I too.
Especially from tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to just think about the one that you're getting. And then sometimes when you make them, they add a little extra sugar. So just look at what you get. We'll say that. All right. We got to switch gears, y'all.
Yeah.
Gloria Cephas, welcome to the show.
Hey, Miss Gloria. How are you? Okay. All right. So we're going to switch. It's election season. I cannot stand myself
Don't get on your
personally.
Don't get on your soapbox.
I'm not going to get on my soapbox. But politics get crazy because people start throwing mud and all of that. And I'm like, can we just get to the point of the topics? You know what I'm saying? So this came from Ben Crump's Facebook page. I just pulled it off. And he says Kamala Harris leads Trump 49 to 46% in the latest NYT Siena poll, marking her first lead since July. She has gained support among older voters and Republicans. So momentum is building. So, I think that, it depends on what poll you're looking at as to what the numbers actually are. So this is the one that I found or that I saw on Ben Crump's page, because of course, if you look at Fox News and Trump is winning all in every.
And I'll say this too, it either way it go is tight,
Mm-hmm.
and another thing about it being so tight, a lot of people that say my vote don't count. Well, your vote don't count. It always counts, but it's really going to count right now.
Absolutely.
You can see how close it is. So one thing we're going to always overly emphasize is get out and vote. And I think the deadline is October 11th.
Yes.
So make sure you are registered to vote.
Yes. And so I just want to drop a little bit of knowledge on you guys. Well, first of all, we're going to talk about the Electoral College, and we're going to do this really quickly. Okay, so most people don't know what the Electoral College is. You hear that word and hear that terminology, but you're like, what is that? So the Electoral College is a process, not a place.
Right.
Okay, the founding fathers established it in the Constitution in part as a compromise between the election of the president by a vote in Congress and the election of the president by a popular vote of qualified citizens.
Right.
Okay, so the Electoral College process consists of the selection of electors, the meeting of the electors where they vote for the president and vice president, and the counting of the electoral votes by Congress. Okay, so that's what the whole process is. The Electoral College consists of 538 votes or electors.
Right.
Okay, 538. So a majority of those electoral votes is 270.
Right.
That is what gets you the
Electoral
College
to the Oval Office.
Right.
You got to get that. So I don't even be liking the Electoral College, to be honest, because I think when Hillary won by like 1 million popular
she got the
votes,
popular vote, right?
and she still lost.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
How many electoral votes does Oklahoma have?
So the way that you get your electoral vote, and I don't know because I didn't look that up, but it says your state has the same number of electors as it does members in the congressional delegation.
Right.
So for each member of your House of Representatives and your 2 senators, every state gets 2 senators, right?
Yeah.
So then however many, whatever that number is, then that's
right
how
now
many electors.
It's 7.
7 for us.
in
So we got
Oklahoma.
7. Okay, so we have 7.
Yeah, so you
So
get out in a
each
vote
state
and do
has
that.
different.
But just understand it's the Electoral College. That number in that race is to 270. Now, Damali has given you the information. So how do people kind of stand with their Electoral College? Because they kind of be, this one thing I realized, these little polls be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
If you start following and you watching, and I ain't got to say you got to sit and watch it all day, but go to MSNBC, Fox, and then find your balance. You still got CNN, you got other ones, but you get pretty close.
So if you go to Road to 270,
right,
which is what I go and I check every so often. So on October the 1st, I went to check, and on the Road to 270, Kamala Harris had 226 electoral votes,
right,
and Donald Trump had 219. I went back to check on October the 7th. Kamala Harris had 234 votes.
Wow.
And Donald Trump had 211. So he lost some votes.
So she moved the needle.
She moved the needle.
Do you think what do you think, like nowadays? I mean, because now Kamala has come out, you know, she's new. She the VP. She is currently the vice president. What you think is like moving the needle right now? What you think is going on with just the energy of who somebody's going for? Because for her to be leading now, Damali is huge.
It is huge.
In my mind.
I think that a lot of it is that people are doing more research.
Right.
And then I think sometimes the disinformation that's being put out there and the propaganda is causing people to do a deeper dive.
Right.
To go out and say, okay, let me just go see, because I've been listening to you say X, Y, and Z. So let me just go see for myself. And then when you get over to see, you're like, well, hold on. Maybe I'm going to change my position or my stance. That's just kind of my thought, you know, and that's what we always, you know, like we say on this show, we're not telling you who to vote for. What we're saying is you need to go and get educated for yourself and find out which candidate more closely resembles or aligns with your beliefs, you know, and so that you are in a position to cast a vote that's going to be representative of what you want.
Let me tell you what I would love. I would love, this is just me personally, I would love for them to have another debate and really have a debate more about their platform
and the issue
and what they're going to do. I think in the last one, the debate, I think it was a landslide for Kamala. And I don't know why Trump just like was not prepared. I think pretty much everybody would say that but him. But you would like to just like, Trump, can we really hear your platform? We don't want to hear about is Kamala black or white. We don't want to hear about none of that.
Well, and
what
think
is platform and what are you going to do? Because at the end of the day, I think everybody wants America to be in a better position right now.
Correct.
And so let's talk about and get that.
Yeah.
You know.
And I totally agree with you. And I think that sometimes what happens is, and that's why I don't like politics, is we start with the mudslinging to get you focused on the garbage. Because for whatever reason, people like dirt and trash. You know, I mean, they like the gritty stuff and stuff. Yeah, the gossip, instead of, you know, actually paying attention to the true issues. And so I think even in our mayoral race,
right. Can I say one more thing on that?
Sure.
Let me ask y'all, not this race. Go back to when Trump first ran, because I think DJ JB Smooth, we all just looked at Trump as a person, a billionaire that hang out with us a little bit. He would be with Oprah, Diddy. I don't know if he's at the Diddy party. I just had that. But he would always be with Mike Tyson and people running for office, Al Sharpton and all. So I think, I just want to say I never felt like Trump was like a racist or nothing like that. It seemed like that's what politics do. And I'll say this, not this time, the first time around, for like 30 seconds, I think Trump had me for 30 seconds. Let me tell you why he had me for 30 seconds.
Right. Why is
when
that?
Trump was saying, man, I'm finna drain the swamp. I'm tired of all these big people. I know them. I hang out with them. I'm going to drain the swamp. I said, we finna all get a fair chance. But then it seemed like he changed his mind because they didn't really drain the swamp. I didn't see the swamp. I didn't see the drainage, JB Smooth.
Yeah.
And so now this time I may look at it a little different. I'm still looking at the platform, though. And another thing, JB Smooth, the people that do not want to get out to vote is us. What's wrong with us, JB Smooth? They said black men.
A lot of us think our votes just don't count.
Black men
when it comes to the national election, they really feel like this go round, that no matter who they voted for, whether it was Kamala or Donald Trump, that vote wouldn't count. And I think that's a very huge misconception when it comes to letting their voices be heard. We talked about the local election, but nationally, you still got to get out and vote and let your voice be heard, because I think those, like the electoral, even though we do have the electoral college, those votes still add up to decide to make the electoral college know who they're giving their vote to.
Yeah, what we'll do probably next week, we'll come in and show like black male, white male, Asian, Hispanic, go few, but we'll look. But right now they're saying that black men could really determine who's going to be president. It's that bad.
Wow. So Uncle Brian says when you win the state, you win the electoral votes.
Right.
AJ says Trump just got busted about providing Putin with COVID vaccine and the COVID vaccine medication when he was president. Uncle Brian says your vote counts no matter where you live. Teresa says Trump has no plan for health care and he just wants billionaires to continue to get rich. He doesn't like poor people to me. And then lastly, Uncle Brian says Trump only cares about being president again because he wants to avoid jail. So
that's a lot in there right there, Damali.
Yeah.
And those are things that people speak and talk about all the time.
And so those are things you need to weigh when you are voting for the CEO of the United States of America.
I think the ticket, Kamala won. She seems more relatable, even though she's the vice president.
Right.
You know, she in the White House. And I think kind of what Teresa said, I think every now and then you may feel like you relate Kamala to a degree, but no matter whether you want to vote for Trump or not, you probably feel like you maybe can't relate to him. Can you see yourself going to lunch with probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think a part of being a president is man, can this person relate to who I am? How were they raised? How did they have to come up? Now it shouldn't be against you because your parents was billionaire. I'm not saying that should be against you, because somebody like Oprah is a billionaire. Somebody like LeBron James is a billionaire, but you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So anyway, that's a few of those things. So appreciate y'all bringing up those
She's
points.
got a lot on her plate right now.
A lot.
She's dealing with these disasters. She has to step up and really show right now that she can help fix some of these situations, because there's a lot of Americans in need. You got another problem with people coming from overseas getting help, more help from America than Americans are getting. You got wars that are happening. You've got so many issues that she's having to deal with Joe Biden being who he is and not really stepping up to the plate as the president that some think he should have been.
I think, JB, you hit the nail on the head. It's a weird balance, because it's almost as if they're trying to put every decision that's being made with all of this on Kamala when she's the vice president.
Right.
She's not the president. So whatever's not quite going right, she has to be in a supporting role.
Yeah.
Now, she got some that she has to own.
Right.
But I think what JB is saying, since a lot of people is just kind of putting it on her,
Yeah.
how her and Biden
Yeah.
and their administration deals with all of these things, I think is going to play a huge role between now and the end, just like COVID. I think when Trump said go drink, what did he say? Drink bleach?
Yeah.
I said, get out. You know what? I'm done with it. A million people die. You talk about drink bleach?
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. But anyway, JB, you right. How it plays out with all these natural disasters, these wars going on.
Real issues.
It's going to be on top. Those are real issues.
And Uncle Brian says her name is Kamala,
I know
not Kamala.
Oh, excuse me.
JB always say
David, you always say that, and I thank you,
Kamala.
Uncle Brian, because my name is Damali. People say my name so different. I mean, like
Damola.
they say Damola, Damali, Denali. I'm like, what? It's
You
dumb.
got
Every time-
like 20 different names.
Every time I hear somebody say Kamala, I be want to say the Ugandan warrior. Remember Kamala?
I
I'm like,
do.
with the
Wrestling.
nose ring, with the bald head, and the big
Yes,
belly coming out the woods.
Yeah, it's like
But no.
Kamala.
Yeah.
So, and so here locally, we are
Yeah, we switched to
on the
local now?
heels. Yeah, we're switching to local. So right now, we're on the heels of our mayoral race that's happening here in Tulsa, and we have two candidates, Karen Keith,
Right.
who is or was county commissioner,
And
then we
Monroe
also
Nichols.
Monroe Nichols, who was state representative, right?
State representative.
And both of them have been doing these jobs for a number of years. I think Monroe's been in office 8 years. Karen Keith, I believe she's been in office like 8 years.
A number of years.
Yeah.
20 years.
But no, she's been in office 8 years. She's been around because she was doing she was a newscast
been doing a lot.
anchor and all this and that, around the community. So people kind of know her.
She's vetted.
From being around. She's been
Right.
vetted, here in Tulsa. But I received an email and Charles received the same or text message that go to noshowmonroe.com.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, what? No
Guess
show
what
Monroe?
day is?
I'm like,
What did you say,
Guess
JB?
what day?
I'm like, of course,
No,
I gotta
I-
drink some water now.
No,
Of
are you
course,
serious?
Yeah.
No show Monroe.
No show Monroe. And I so see, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about, and this kind of stuff that I can't stand about politics. Because if you feel like you are at a disadvantage, then it's like, oh, let's go start digging up dirt and try to figure out some way to twist the narrative to make people think that this person is not who they say they are, or they've done something wrong, or all of that. I'm not saying that what they have now, mind you, when I go there, there's only like 5 things listed,
Right.
and those things are questionable in my mind. But
well, they discussed those at the debate on TV.
they absolutely discussed those at the debate. And but still, it is a way, because people are so visual,
Right.
And people, so when you start putting this disinformation out there, then people just tend to roll with the disinformation instead of actually going to do research for themselves to figure out what is fact and what is fiction.
Right. And Michael Brewer on the live, he said, yeah, I got that too. Shaking my head.
Yes.
So what we're saying is we getting it and we don't want it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, when I say
Like,
I
how
don't
did you
want
get
it,
my number?
what
How
I'm
do you
saying is
know?
this. It's not about Monroe and Karen Keith. I don't want it because I don't want to hear about trash.
Yes.
That's not what we do.
Right.
We at KBOB, we can tell our story our own way.
Mhm.
But we choose to be informative and let people make their own decision, and we're not going to throw no trash. Because here's the ticket. The fact that she's been a county commissioner,
Right.
to me, you vetted enough.
Exactly.
The fact that he's been a state representative for 8 years, you're vetted enough.
Mhm.
What is your platform?
Yeah. What are you going
What
to do?
is your platform? Because you know what? If y'all lived anytime, everybody go find something.
Yeah.
How are you going to change the dynamic of this great city we live in?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
And how are you going to improve the living conditions and be able to create a better living environment for everybody that's here, not just one side of the city versus the other.
So what I'm saying is, whoever sent that to me, don't send that to me no more.
No,
Not just-
whoever sent that to you has a very strategic targeting program to use. It sounds like they only send it to black folks. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing for me. When you send me that, then that makes me want to vote for the other candidate just because you sent me this rubbish that I don't want. I'm like, why did you send me this?
What date we gonna do, Damali? We need to find another date where we can have the mayor candidate song. Can you look at your
Everybody,
calendar?
Oh, yeah.
everybody
We gonna
knows.
look at so-
Everybody knows that Monroe, had the election been over on the primary vote,
Mhm.
Monroe would be the mayor of Tulsa. But the thing was so close. They're going through this
Mhm.
runoff,
Right.
and everybody's got to vote again.
Yeah.
Let's
17,000 votes are up in the air
Yeah.
from the third candidate that didn't get a chance to be involved in this runoff.
Right. Damali, let's look
Well,
at the
there's
23rd. Let's
Yeah.
say the 23rd is on a Wednesday.
Mhm.
That's like 2 weeks before you have
They're
to vote.
planning a
We'll reach out to them.
impromptu
Yeah.
meeting with
So-
the electoral mayoral
Now they do
candidates.
have some debates coming up.
Yeah, and I got
it's in
one
our
of 'em.
upcoming event.
It's
So
in our
y'all hold
upcoming
on.
events, yeah.
It's some debates coming, but we
Yeah.
definitely gonna.
We
got
got to get them on the show though. Here together.
Oh yeah.
But the point is,
We'll
they've had a couple debates. The last debate that we seen, I thought was. What do you think about that, JB? You get a chance to see it. What did you think about that last
The
debate?
one, the one on TV.
On TV? Yeah.
You know, I just didn't. I'll go back to say Monroe was very well prepared. And I'm not taking sides here, and I'm just giving them facts because I watched the entire debate.
Mhm.
I thought the news channel that put on the debate could have took more questions from the people.
Right.
And I would say there was a moment when I really caught Karen Keith lacking when she didn't remember the name of a project that they had worked on, but she was bragging about all the great things that she has done.
Right.
But she couldn't remember the name of the company or the institution in which they did the work for.
Right. Damali, what about you in the debate? I mean, that's the last time I've seen them kind of head to head. What did you think about it, and what do you want to see more of?
I actually thought that there were some points in the debate where Karen Keith seemed unprepared. She seemed like she was kind of scrambling through her notes to try to come up with something. There were a couple of times when she tried to start this mudslinging stuff, and I think that Monroe had a very good answer when he was like, "I just don't know what you're talking about. You know, I don't understand what you're saying." And it was in the part where he was talking about the police officers and how he had wanted to defund the police, and he's like, "What are you talking about?
Right.
My dad was a police officer,
Right.
you know,
And
and stuff." And so he kind of goes into that. So I think that you need to know a person's history. You need to fact check before you start spewing and saying
Right.
stuff that you're not sure about, right? Just because you have people in your campaign who are supposed to be tasked with that job, then before I start throwing that, because the people that gave you the information are not the people that people are going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at you because you're the candidate and you're the one who said whatever it was, if it's correct or incorrect. Right?
Yeah, and I'll say this, and I'll add, I don't think it's about black and white. I think people just look at who's gonna do the best job.
Right.
So we try to keep it from being where it's a black or white thing. We're looking at who's best prepared, who's gonna make our city better. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's a complete myth. Black people don't vote for people just because they black.
That's right.
So if you're sitting out there thinking that is not the case. So you're going to do better with us to give us the facts, because we've been coming up with the short end of the stick, whether somebody was black or white.
For 400 years.
All this time.
Yeah.
It don't matter if I'm black or white. We trying to figure out how do we not get the short end of the stick. So you're going to always get further, especially with people like us, to bring your platform, be sincere, and be genuine in the job you're trying to do. You don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to look through notes, because that we mean somebody passing you stuff.
Right.
You want to be standing, what they say, Nipsey Hussle, you got to be able to stand 10 toes down.
Right. Yeah.
With who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
and
but
say
he's
what you're
right,
doing,
though.
because that's going to come across as you are being prepared for what you're going to do. If you don't feel like saying anything, have a website you should send people to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have all the details, but I have my homeless report. If you want to see the details of it, go here.
Yes.
We
don't want a framework.
We don't want to. Yeah.
We want to know what you are planning on doing that's going to elevate the lifestyle for me and my family.
Yeah. So
that's what I want to know.
Yeah. So we just want to touch on this. A debate that's be coming up soon. We're going to be there, and then we're going to try to reach out to them to see if on October 23rd we can have them come on separately, because we're not doing no debate. We just want to come on to talk about their platform and about themselves, so that the community can be informed.
Absolutely.
What we got next?
I think it's time for our Hump Day Hot Topic.
I want to do a quick shout out real quick. Prince, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Faith Wisdom said, great leaders of our great community. Thank you. Well, we're going to say thank you to Jimmy Gray. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
And now we getting close to wrapping up, y'all. What we going to do
Miss
next?
Maybelle Wallace is there too.
Miss Maybelle.
KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump Day!
Hump Day! It's Hump Day! Hey, Mike!
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Mike.
Let me do some quick shout outs. Miss Barbara Benson.
Hey, Miss
She's
Barbara.
been on for a little bit. Miss Maybelle Wallace. Theater North, Mr. Derek Jones.
Hello,
Welcome to
Derek.
the show. Thank you for tuning in. We're finna jump into these Hump Day Hot Topics. Mr. Brian, Uncle Brian said, one day I'd like to sit in with y'all in the studio on my way to doctor appointment. Peace.
All right. Bye,
Safe
Uncle
travels.
Brian.
We're looking for a good report from you, Uncle Brian.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about. We talked a little bit about it earlier about these hurricanes that have been hitting, and been spinning up. Hurricane Helene has been crazy.
Right.
It carved a 500-mile path of destruction across 6 states and causing catastrophic flooding and killing more than 230 people.
That is so scary and that is so sad.
Sad.
That's tough.
And taking out one of the most traveled highways, interstates in the country.
Yeah.
A part of a 3-mile stretch of I-40.
Yeah.
Man.
So, I mean, it's been crazy. And now Florida is bracing yet again for Hurricane Milton that's on its way. It is scheduled to hit landfall, and they're saying that it could have storm surges of 10 to 15 feet.
Oh, my God.
High
water?
winds. Yes. It's bringing up to 18 inches of rainfall in some places. It's crazy. It is like crazy. And that's why we're saying, if you guys can get out, get out.
Let me ask you this. Do you think, and I'm not going to get into the weeds on this, do you think this has a lot to do with global warming?
I absolutely do.
Because it wasn't crazy like this when we was little JB Smooth.
There is a conspiracy about the places that this is happening at, that some sacred ground, some, could be karma. I'm not saying to the people, but just the area that this is happening is I haven't done all the research on it, so I won't dive into it.
Right.
But I've heard a story about how sacred the land is that is being ravaged and just wiped out.
Man.
There's a story behind that.
There's a story behind it. We're gonna grab that story for y'all one day. We're gonna bring it here, but I do think I do think global warming because that's when the water and the winds and the rains don't get kicked up.
Right.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you really can't
But
dispute
these
that.
things started in the ocean. I mean,
and they roll in.
I don't think anybody can start a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the weather. Yeah,
the weather can.
patterns.
That's why I say the global warming.
The patterns are off a little bit. I think the axis of the world has shifted, and places that are seeing things normally wouldn't see are seeing these type of events. But Florida has always gotten hurricanes.
Yeah.
These two back to back, devastation.
Man, that's something.
Catastrophic damage.
And I just say, even me, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I might need to drink some water, get somewhere, lay down, or sit down. But it seemed like all day sometimes I could be doing good, but when nighttime comes, sometimes I get to coughing and feeling weird. You know, like it just, it's like something shifts a little different once it gets nighttime. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. We're going to have to see. What we got next?
And Kamala said, she put the message out. Kamala said, anybody out there price gouging on gasoline, fuel, or airplane tickets, you're going down.
Yeah.
She said, don't play no game.
And they should.
They watching you.
Yes.
What we got next?
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about our Oklahoma State Superintendent, Ryan Walters. First of all, he's been going buck wild. I don't know what's up with Ryan Walters, but he is going nuts.
He on the loose.
He's on the loose. But he has a proposal for Bible purchase for our schools.
Why?
That's my point.
JB look like he's in utter disgust. Like he just can't comprehend.
So there's supposed to be a separation of church and state.
That's where I was going to go with it.
Number one, we've already taken prayer out of schools, right? So why are we talking about bringing the Bible back when we didn't already took all of this stuff out in the first place? Okay. Then you have so many different religions. We have Muslim kids. We have Jewish kids. We have all different types.
Over 250 different religions. So you got some we can't even name.
What about the law that doesn't even allow history to be taught in schools?
This ain't history. This is the Bible.
This is the Bible.
That's part of history, ain't it?
Yeah, it's part of history, but it's
in
a
his
different
mind,
component.
a different
lane.
Wow. So now he has authored some type of bill that provides for a specific type of Bible to be brought into the schools, right? Well, if upon further review, come to find out, this happens to be the exact Bible, because it's so detailed and specific
for what it has to be,
that former President Donald Trump announced back in March of 2024 that he was selling, which is called the God Bless the USA Bible, or AKA the Trump Bible. It is that exact Bible, because of the specifications that he has, that he's trying to get into the schools. So he is actually seeking to spend $3 million.
That he said he already got slated and ready to go for $55,000.
State fund.
There's a silver lining here.
What's the silver lining?
He wants Bibles in the schools.
Not if the Bible is going to be. Why come it can't be the King James Version of the Bible? Why does it have to be this specific Bible? And this specific Bible includes copies of the U.S. Constitution,
in the Bible,
the Bill of Rights,
the
Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
When was that stuff in the Bible?
It wasn't in the Bible.
That's what we're talking about.
See, Donald, I try to give you the benefit.
You try to give a pass.
You just messed it all up.
It's just so many things. So it's like the separation of like church and state is one thing for me. Then two is the Bible is for the world.
Yeah.
You can't come up with a United States of America Bible.
It's called the God Bless the USA Bible.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. The Bible is for the world. Everywhere. How you gonna try to go and put
And it also includes the handwritten chorus of Lee Greenwood's Born in the USA.
Oh my God!
In the Bible.
In the Bible.
Trump,
what
you
is
just
that
keep
Southwest
shooting yourself in the foot every
Southwest
time.
Airline when that black dude said you just want to get away and he disappeared. That's how I really feel right now. Like, and here's the ticket. You know, and I'm just saying it because it's the information, y'all. Because I ain't got nothing against nobody. It's hard for me. We had the insurrection and people died. That's bad. Now we got all these felonies and that's bad. And now you coming down riding on a horse with a Bible in your hand. I'm just saying it just don't look right. It just don't go together. It just don't make sense.
And the first thing in there is the Bill of Rights, the
US
Constitution,
the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, here's the issue. Here's the issue with it is that when you lost, you didn't want to leave.
Right.
So you didn't even want to go to democracy.
Right.
So you're the last person. When you lost,
The
Pence,
Constitution was
throw
out
the
the
stuff
window.
away. All this stuff he talking about he want to be big on when
He's
he
out the window,
lost.
yeah.
Yeah.
You destroyed your credibility to do this when you lost the election and didn't want to leave and created an insurrection. Is all I'm saying.
That's terrible.
So now our
Democracy.
superintendent,
Ryan
our
Walters.
Oklahoma
Oh my God.
superintendent,
We don't even call. Don't even
actually
get on him.
opened bids on September 30th
Yeah.
for a contract to supply the State Department of Education with 55,000 Bibles.
Well, let's start a petition today to cancel this entire thing.
We ain't gonna do. We can't do that. We just trying to give you the information. But anyway, on the live, Khalil Harper, welcome to the show.
Well,
That's my
if they ain't
son.
gonna do it right, they shouldn't do it at all.
Look, Khalil say D. Trump is a wild boy with a laughing face.
Right.
I totally
So
agree.
Teresa says, please get rid of Ryan Walters. I'm sick of him.
Ryan Walters is like a wild man.
Man. Man, it's just crazy.
Let me go back to
So
live.
anyway.
So
I'd rather have Joy Hoffmeister back.
Mr. Energizer said, run Donald before you get burned on your way on your hands at the stakes. That way you can open the Donald Trump Bible.
Oh, God.
Patricia Griffin said, you are so right. Dennis Norwood, welcome to the show. Donald Trump has a Bible, and for whatever reason, Oklahoma, based on Ryan Walters, wants to be the first state to bring the Bibles into our, and not just this, into public school.
Public school.
Not private. If it was private, I could be like, okay, if you probably want to do it, do it. But you want to bring this in to the public school system, a Donald Trump Bible. What it got in it? The Constitution. What else?
No.
This is in the Bible, y'all. You can't make this stuff
is in
up.
the Bible. What's in the Bible? It includes copies of the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance, as well as a handwritten chorus of Lee Greenwood's "Born in the USA."
Born in the U.S. I do like that song. But it ain't supposed to be in the Bible.
Yeah, it ain't supposed to be in the Bible.
Because he's saying born. I can almost sing it just the way he hold on to born. But you can't make this stuff up. So what do y'all think about it? I mean, what do y'all think about that?
I can tell you that I don't want my child, my grandkids reading no Donald Trump.
All I'm saying is
just
this.
Sorry.
All I'm saying is the Bible has already been
We
here.
got a Bible.
The Bible is for the world. Mr. Walters, the Bible is not for just Oklahoma and the kids. You can't put this stuff about the U.S. in the Bible. It just don't work like that.
Yeah.
My question
We
to
gonna let it
Ryan
go.
Walters is, are you really trying to keep your job right now?
What are you trying to do?
Well, there are people that are allowing him to do this.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to step up and speak
Yeah.
against
Can we
this.
please go to the next
Travesty.
one? 'Cause I'm just,
He's like, I can't.
It's a
I'm over
travesty.
it.
I don't have a therapist, but I'm gonna go get one. If
So
they say
how
these-
about some better news?
better news? Come on, right now.
How about this? A McLean, and we're talking about Tulsa McLean in North Tulsa.
Right.
Okay. McLean football player takes the field and crowned at the homecoming game. So a football player at McLean High School made history during halftime. She, and I said she, is a football player. She is the long snapper for the football team for McLean High School. Her name is Harmony Callens. She's a senior this year, the only girl on the McLean Titans football team, and she actually won Miss Homecoming.
That's crazy.
So at
Congratulations.
halftime, she
Give it up
takes
for
off
her.
her helmet and she gets a tiara crown. So congratulations
That's
to
dope.
Miss Harmony Callens
That's dope right
for
there.
being the first football player that receives a crown. I
Shout out
love
to
it.
her.
I love it.
We
That
got to
is
get a
amazing.
picture of her so we can
Yes.
post it. That's good stuff right
I
there.
have to
Mama.
get her on the show.
Thank you for getting us on a high note.
Yes.
All right, let's get to Black History Trivia so we can get out of
Black
here.
History Trivia. Uh-oh, I lost my sheet again. All right, so our Black History Trivia question is, who was the first African-American board-certified surgeon in North Carolina? Was it A, Dr. Charles DeWitt Watts? Was it B, Dr. George Cleveland Hall? Was it C, Dr. Charles Richard Drew? Or was it D, Dr. Ben Carson? Now, let's see. Looks like Jacqueline and Michael said A.
It better be a Charles, because if we can't be no 2, 3, 4 time loser.
It's
Oh,
George.
wait. Jackie, Michael, and AJ said A.
Okay.
Right.
JB said B by himself. Charles said C. And Uncle Brian said C.
And one
Teresa
person
said
changed the
C.
answer.
Jaquita, she changed
Yeah,
her
she
answer.
changed it.
Yeah, so I got her. So if you said A, You
Khalil
would be
said D.
correct.
The answer is
Khalil
A.
said D.
Yeah, he
The
said
answer is A. Dr. Charles DeWitt Watts was an African-American surgeon, so it is a Charles.
I almost went with that too. I was just going for a
It is a
Charles,
Charles.
y'all.
He's an
I'll take that.
African-American surgeon and activist for the poor. Watts was the first surgeon
I'm
of
switching my
African-American.
answer to A.
You can't
I
change
told you I was
after
just going
you
for
know
a
the
Charles. I got
answer.
confused on the rest of the Charles. Yeah, I'm just
Let me
playing.
finish telling the people about Charles.
Come on.
Okay, Watts was the first surgeon of African American ancestry in North Carolina, earning his medical degree in 1943 from Howard University College. He was the first African American board certified surgeon to serve in North Carolina. He served as the chief of surgery in Durham's Lincoln Hospital and was later one of the key figures in converting that hospital, Lincoln Community Health Center, to a low-price clinic for the poor.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah, great job.
Yes.
It was a Charles.
That was a
Michael Brewer,
confusing question, but Damali, you got
good
me
job,
on that one.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. All right.
The
Let's get
key
in.
was board certified.
Board certified. Upcoming events, y'all.
Upcoming events. So the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available if you're looking for a place to hold your wedding, birthday party, banquet, repast dinner, community event, etc. Give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot.
Or your 30, 40, 60.
Okay.
Just like that.
The North Tulsa Pumpkin Farm is going to be taking place October the 10th through the 12th from 4 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. on Thursday through Friday, and 12 o'clock p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday at Hawthorne Park, located at 955 East 33rd Street. There's going to be family fun, music, and more. This is sponsored by Invest North.
That's awesome.
Invest North is also going to be offering North Tulsa driving tours for the community to learn about all of the developments currently happening in North Tulsa. To sign up for the tours, you can go to www.investnorthtulsa.org. These will be monthly tours this fall. There's a QR code on our Facebook page where you can sign up in order to participate in these tours.
That's going to be really good, man, because there's so much development going on that people
It
don't know
is.
about. So to have that tour is going to be great.
Have you seen the windows going up on the new
The
building on
windows are
36th?
the
in
windows
Peoria?
going in.
Windows going
Yes. Yes.
Talk about progress, man.
Yeah.
Those
Big
guys
deal.
are beasts.
I
It's a
know.
big
Welcome
deal.
to the show, Mr. Kevin E. Henderson and David L. Defina? Something like that.
Hey,
Welcome
hey,
to the show,
hey.
David.
Welcome,
Appreciate you
welcome.
tuning in.
All right. Let's see. The deadline to register to vote is in 2 days.
2 days,
October
y'all.
11th. So you need to go to the Tulsa County Election Board if you are not registered. That's located at 555 North Denver Avenue. If you are registered, I need for each and every one of you under the sound of my voice to check your polling place. Because what you don't want to do is to show up at the polling place that you think you're supposed to be at, and they've switched your polling place.
Absolutely.
So make sure you do that. There's a mayoral candidate forum 2024 that's going to be happening on October the 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. That's going to be held at the historic Vernon AME Church located at 311 North Greenwood. This event is sponsored by the North Tulsa Pastors Coalition. Daylight savings time is going to happen November the 3rd. We're going to fall back, so make sure you have your calendar set for that. And then the presidential election and local runoff elections in Tulsa takes place on November the 5th. So make sure you are voting. We can't say it enough. Vote, vote, vote. Register and vote, okay? Birthday.
Let's do this one first.
Okay.
Because Michael Brewer said his wife Felicia's birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Felicia.
That's our sister right there. Happy birthday, Felicia.
And my niece, Miss Trinity, a.k.a. Boss Lady, her birthday is today.
Today.
Happy birthday, Trinity. She's 14. Good God.
I know,
Man,
right?
I feel old. Instantly.
Man, time be going.
So I want to give a huge shout out and happy birthday to my grandson, Brayon Penny. He actually turned 20 years old on October the 8th.
Happy birthday.
Mama's birthday's coming up.
Come on.
October 11th. It's going to be Mommy's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Mother.
Happy
And
birthday,
then
Mom.
your Aunt Lo.
Ain't
Her
low?
birthday is October the 15th.
What's going on, Lo? Running around looking 25.
Okay.
She don't never age. y'all.
Goals. That's what I'm saying. Goals. I got some great mentors, you know. All right. So don't forget, if you want to get in contact with us, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That is nycu.fm, 36th Street North Event Center, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, Fitting Back In Prison Reentry, or World One Development.
Final thoughts, DJ JB Smooth.
Oh, final thoughts, man. You know, it's a lot going on in the world. Just stay prayed up, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you pray for somebody else, too, that might need it, that ain't got it, you know? It never hurts to do that for other people too. Oh, if you haven't seen the movie, it's called The Forge.
Yeah.
Please make sure you take your children to see The Forge. Watched it last night. Great Christian movie.
Okay.
Good stuff.
For the community. Okay. Yes. It's in theaters right now.
Right now? Damali, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Vote, 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 vote. I just cannot say it enough. If you are not registered, please go register before Friday. If you are registered, make sure that you know where your polling place is and go out and exercise your vote. Take somebody to the polls with you.
I'm going to say on that note, to the candidates that are out there, spread more love and your platform and less hate.
Yes.
We want to know who you are and what you're going to do. But we got to get out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Everybody got all these birthdays. Y'all invite me to the party. Shoot, I'll pull up. There's a whole lot of birthdays going on. Hey, we got to get out of here.
Michael Brewer said, see y'all next week. Go Eagles, Charles and JB.
I don't know about the Go Eagles, but we'll see you next week.
Did you get LC Walker's birthday on there?
I did not. When is his?
His birthday is Saturday.
Okay.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, LC. We're celebrating his birthday Saturday at the event center.
All right, y'all. We got to go. Please consider donating to E Media Service to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your cash donation made payable to E Media Services to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moved on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been news you can use with your boy Charles Harper, that's me.
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
Later, y'all.
And if you like to promote or advertise your business on this show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. Fitting back in, EduRec Tulsa, 36th Street North, Event Center, or nycu.fm. It's been World One Development's news you can use. Hosted by Mr. Charles Harper and Mr. Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9, Eat Media Services, World One Development, or news you can use at nycu.fm. Yeah, that was that disclaimer that Damali was talking about. There it is, folks. Have a good day. Y'all got anything else?
Later, y'all.
Hey, more love, less hate. Have a good week.
Love y'all.
Peace.